Okay, Jeff, we're live. I understand you got clean when you were 16 years old?
Yeah, I got clean when I was 16 years old. I found the rooms of NA through a friend of mine who was my running partner. I had tried a geographic at the time, going to California. And everywhere I went, I used. And when I came back, she had told me about the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous. And it was a Saturday night meeting at 8 o'clock. And it was right down the block from where I used to cop. And when I called up the helpline, they told me about the meeting. And they asked me if I knew where it was, and I said, sure, I know where that is. And I went an hour early thinking that if there was nobody there, that I knew where to go to feel better about myself. Or so I thought.
So how long did you stay clean?
I've been clean now 22 years, coming up on 23 in August.
So you stay clean in prison?
Yeah, at the age of, I don't remember how old I was. In 1999, I wound up going to prison, and I did 6 years in prison, and I stayed clean through it. And had it not been for Terry Ryan, I don't think I ever would have stayed clean. He wrote me every week while I was locked up. Sometimes he even sent me money for stamps if I didn't have any. And I did my step work with him through the mail, and he became my sponsor.
So how do you feel tonight?
Tonight is a great night. I've been clean, and my life has changed so much. After I got out of prison, I started doing things that were totally different than what I was doing before I went to prison. Everything at the point before I went to prison was about money, property, and prestige. And since I've been out, it's been about helping the next sick and suffering addict.
And you got a wife and child?
I have a girlfriend that I live with, and her 9-year-old daughter, soon to be 32.
Well, Jeff, you have anything else you'd like to say about recovery?
That's too much to say about recovery. I started doing this newsletter, and through this newsletter, I've met so many wonderful people. I've had a chance to travel around and meet lots of people, yourself and many others. It was about 10 years of me writing and talking to Terry before I finally got to meet him also. I didn't know him before I got locked up. It was through my mom that, doing some searching for people in recovery, that I got in touch with him, and it was like 10 years before I